it's become apparent to me that there is absolutely no way around going through the process of starting something, sort of grinding. I'm reluctant to use the word grind because it's kind of like grind set, but it's more persevering through the learning stages and the early stages of any endeavor. For me, could be these videos. When you're doing it, it's enjoyable, or you're at least focused, you're in the flow state generally, and music, songwriting for me as well. But it could be anything. It could be writing as well, or do whatever it is for you, whatever pursuit, creative pursuit, whether it doesn't even have to be like creative. It could be just creating a certain life or doing a certain thing, creating a friend group, making a party plans or whatever it is. But there's no way, it could even just be developing a friendship group or something, because you feel like you don't have a good friendship group or maybe you've moved to a new town or whatever. And those things take time, and unfortunately there's no way around going through the process where it's just like not giving much back to you. And it's also really difficult if you have perfectionism or have a strong vision of what you want it to be, because every time you take a step towards it, you just remind yourself how you're not where you want to be, and that's a dangerous place to be. But for me, I've been searching for the answer where, up until very recently, I was trying to be disciplined. I was sort of living remotely, living away from other people, which was like, this is great. I can focus on doing things that I want to do, as in working towards my dreams kind of thing. And, a daily set a task, like, okay, I got to do 30 minutes of songwriting a day. I've got to do, whatever it is. Gym training's another good example. Takes time to develop, get the results that you want. And you just like, it's just like, fuck, I don't want to do this. And you literally have to will yourself to do it sometimes. But that problem is, if you're trying to like live this really squeaky clean life, then willing yourself is going to be very difficult, because you're using your willpower on so many other things. It could be I'm no doubt you have to work all day mostly. That's taking most of your energy. And then you got to be bothered at the end of the day to be like, oh, fuck, I'll be writing a song or whatever. And it's difficult because the spirit you want to come into, like a songwriting, for example, but it applies to most things, isn't like more work. It should be fun. But I don't think it is it is sort of fun, but it isn't. It's kind of like you're in flow state. It's kind of neither fun nor not fun, but it's just, you're doing it. It's rewarding when you get little wins, like when you get little dopamine boosts because you write a cool lyric, or, you finish an article you're writing, or, maybe you arrange an event or something, whatever applies to you. Maybe you start to see your abs popping through and you're like stoked. So you get little wins, and it takes time to get the rewards, but it's just that period is it's just tedious, and especially when we're comparing ourselves, like on social media, there's some very, very talented people who have put in the hours basically, and that's the problem. It's a numbers game. It's like you got to get out the reps. Like there's no other way around it, and we try and bypass it by like, trying to get tips from other people, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, or like buying courses, doing this and that. All of that is actually part of the process, because you're like, fuck, there's a problem, I'm trying to solve it, looking for answers. That whole thing is part of the process, and then you lose momentum and you back onto it again, as long as it doesn't die. But yeah, this is like, I guess what I'm realizing is you could be so much further along if you just face the discomfort. And so that's the main message, is face the fucking discomfort, like face it and just make it as manageable as possible. Just do it daily, like daily discomfort, and make it so it's a small chunk. Maybe it's 15 minutes of songwriting, or X, whatever, 15 minutes of whatever, you fill in the blank. You could literally start at 15 minutes of training, physical training, whatever it is you're working towards. And it's going to be hard because you need to develop a bit of momentum and you're going against inertia, but also because most likely, as I said, you're tired, and your energy is being drained through different means throughout the day, most likely primarily through work, and then maybe you have a significant relationship or something like that. Those are the big energy drains, and so it's hard to find the motivation to do it, but you got to just persevere basically. But it can't be a grind. You got to sort of, to the best of your ability, keep it as fun as possible, because it's your mindset as well that's like, oh, this is pointless, this isn't even worth doing, like this is shit, this is a shit song, no one even wants to see this. Like earlier I was driving past this venue randomly and I was like, oh, this looks cool, there was some live music, so I stopped in, and you see it and there's some great songs and there's a bit of a lull because people aren't that interested in the music. And while the music's not bad in and of itself, it's kind of like not necessarily what people want to hear. And also, just a solo act versus a band. But even if it's a band, it's not, you can't have highs all the time. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, what's the point of pub? Like if I can observe people, including myself, and be like, oh, I'm not that into this, and you can see people aren't into this song, then, and you can't have people into it the whole time, then what's the point? And that's a really faulty mindset, I would say, to be in, because there's so much, it's less about that and more about you getting up there and performing, and you writing the songs, and you doing the rehearsal to get you, these are all stages in your evolution. And it's not to say you have to continue all your life, but if you're interested in it and you enjoy it, then there's no reason why you can't. And in terms of getting to a stage where you're getting far more rewarded in your feedback loop, that takes time. So it's really difficult, and I'm trying to think. I've been trying to work my way around it. Like, no, it shouldn't feel like this. I should be enjoying this. Like, it should be, but it's not the way it works. Like, it just isn't the way it works, unfortunately. And I think of all the things that I enjoy and get a lot of meaning out of it. I think back, I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing these for most of my life, kind of thing. And yeah, it's just, that's the reality, unfortunately. So it's kind of tricky when you pursue the idea of pursuing what you love. Like I talk about, just stop doing shit. And I think that's true. Like, stop doing stuff. When you stop doing stuff and you have a sense of what you actually enjoy, stuff that you keep coming back to, you have a yearning for that kind of thing, then you've got to do it. You really just have to do it. And it's banging your head against a wall, and it's just like, fucking hell, and you're doubting yourself, and you stop for a bit. It's like, all of that is the process. Just don't stop. That's all you have to do. And you're going to be like, oh, well, I should be further ahead. So what's the point now? It's like, there's so many what's the points type thinking come in. And that's all you have to, is just like, I don't know what the point is, but I'm just going to keep doing it. Like, that's literally the mindset you have to have, which is like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it sucks. I don't know. But the reality is like, you'll look back and be like, actually, this is like a good song, or, actually that was really cool, or whatever, or you're interpreting it how you think other people would interpret what you're doing as not that cool. So yeah, it's like, not every song is going to be a winner. Not every event's going to be a winner. Not every workout's going to be your best. Like, it just can't be. And that's in conflict with our society and the way that we work in the West, which is like, you got to hit numbers. It's got to, it's consistency. If you're not doing the same thing every day, getting the results, then there's something, you're doing something wrong. And it's just not the reality. It's like, things are changing. Life's changing around us. That, I always say the game board's changing, or if you're playing like Call of Duty or something, like the map's changing around us, and like, you can't expect to do the same thing at every time. And the things that you rely on aren't going to work all the time, and that's good because you learn to adapt in those situations. So this kind of perfectionism needs to go as well. So this is really to say, do the thing that you want to do, whatever it is. I'm not even going to just be listing things. You know what it is. For me, it's music, and there's other things as well. But just do the thing and just stick with it, and just don't give up, and then go out of your comfort zone. Be like, what am I afraid to do? And then just do that thing, but make it manageable. Don't make it so the mountain's too big. Say for example, for me, you've done a few open mics. Don't be like, okay, I'm now going to book a gig for an hour, or try and book this, because it's just that's a lot, and there's a lot of songs to learn, or I'm going to try and write a song every week. Just make it realistic. Just be like, I'm just going to keep showing up, giving what I have to give, and that's the most important thing. So just and then once you get in that groove, then it's like, fuck, I want to accelerate this because this is just tedious. And so that is a tricky phase to get through, and I'm not through it at all. But again, it's just perseverance. And I want to say, if you're trying to do too much, you're not going to get enough momentum. Think about someone like an Elon Musk or a Leonardo DiCaprio comes to mind. exceptional in their field, and they have like such sloppy rigs, I would say, as in they're not in good shape. You know, they have dad bods to the max, like just not in good shape. And that's the cost of them focusing on their thing and doing that. And you have to be willing to let go of that to some degree, I believe. It doesn't have to be even forever, but it's like to so you don't fucking lose, so you don't like sort of give up, and so you can push through like and get some results. That's like really, I think, something that you have to face, as well as letting go of other things as well, simplifying, just being like, I'm just going to keep writing these songs that I like them, but then I listen and I'm like, oh, they're all right, but they're not what I want them to be, and it's just kind of unsatisfying. But and then looking for it, well, this must mean it's wrong. It's like, no, you're on the right track. It's just, you gotta keep going. It's literally just perseverance. And that's all you can do. So I don't know, shorter video. I just want to say, do the thing that you're not doing. If you have to get up a little bit earlier, or if, you know, just, you have to set it, like, I'm all about saying, don't schedule things. I've gone from strict routine and that kind of thing, trying to let that go. And I agree with that. But if you're trying to do something and it really excites you and you want to do that, then do it, but just try and do it every day. And like, I find it really valuable actually to be like, okay, I just got to, you know, like gamify it. Like, I'm just going to tick it off every day. Did I do 15 minutes? Did I do 30 minutes of songwriting? Make it achievable. So like, start it out, even if it's 10 minutes, like, and your mind will be like, oh, is it worth it? But just do something, and consistency builds it up. And then you can, okay, man, I'm going to go half an hour, but then you add it up too much. Like, now I'm going to go an hour, then you lose momentum again. So it's better just to like do a little bit each day. You'll make progress. You'll finish things that you're doing, whether it's paintings, or you're doing writing, creative writing, or you're doing music, or whatever it is you might be doing, going to the gym, playing golf, playing different sports. Like, you're better off just doing little bits each day when you're starting, even when you're not just starting. Just like this whole extended intermediate, you know, beginner to intermediate period can be really frustrating, and you're better off just like going each day, a little bit each day. But also don't stick, not like somehow balancing that with non-strict adherence to being like, I have, you know, like this, I have to do it, because you don't have to do it. But what happens on the other side is you feel really good about yourself, and you get a dopamine little boost, even if it's, you come away and you've written 2 lines or something. It's like, I fucking did it, and you feel really good about it because you've done something for yourself. So it's balancing the mindset of, I have to do this, but it's not. It's just like, this is good for me. I know this is good for me, so I'm going to do it. It's like exercise. Like, I know this is good for me, but feeling like, what's the motivation? Ask yourself, what's the motivation? Is it so you can pull chicks? Is it so you can, because you feel insecure? Like, those are not good reasons to do it. That's when you're like reacting, and you're doing it because it's like, oh shit, coming from a place of lack. When you're coming from a place of love, you're like, I really like this, but I can't seem to get where I want to. That's what this is. This is like, I'm trying to make my dreams come true. And it's like head first into it, banging your head against a wall, and just learning to love how much it, you know, and it's just, and you're going to be like, oh, I learned my lesson, I get it now. And it's just going to keep going, and you're going to be like, fucking hell. And like, all you have to do is just keep going, and it'll trust that eventually it'll hit a tipping point. And then even then you're learning new lessons, and it's like, you're going to want to be getting to the next stage. So it's like just letting go of that, and eventually you sort of you'll find where, you know, the sweet spot where you're getting a lot of meaning, and maybe you can make money from it, maybe whatever it is, but that's not the primary reason. So do whatever it is that you're putting off. Check your reasoning, but you know what it is. Do what you want to do, like that's you're passionate about, that you have a yearning to, you know, a heart pull, not a mind reactivity kind of feeling of lacking. And just do it a little bit each day. Put yourself out there. That's the hardest thing as well, like publishing your stuff, if it can be published, or like, you know, things in the public eye, and just doing it because it's like, well, it's not polished. Yeah, who cares? That's the thing. Just fucking get it out there and keep going, and just keep going, and just learn to love the discomfort and the like, oh, this is shit. You know, all of that. Oh, it's not even good. What's the point? Cool. Just keep it going, and that's literally the only way out. That is the way out to the happiness and freedom that you want. So long as you put stuff off because you're too tired, I can't be bothered, then you're not going to get where you want to do. And if that means you have to have some caffeine, or have a bit of sugar, or do something to use some vice or other, some pleasure thing to get you to do the thing that day, or whatever it is that you reward yourself with, like, then just do it. Because the most important thing at this age is just getting through the reps. It's like, I know Ed Sheeran said, and I think he's quoting someone else, but the idea of like the faucet, like turning on your tap, and it just hasn't been turned on in a long time, and it's like spewing out muddy, gross water, and then finally it's clear, and that's the good stuff. And you got to go through that process of clearing it out. You have to go through it. It's just reps. So yeah. And the last thing that I would say is comparing yourself is the worst thing that you can do. Like looking at other people, oh, look at him, or he only started at this time, she only started this time, and look how far along she is. It's like, you got to understand that you trust in the universe, trust in life, trust in God, that the lessons that you need to learn for yourself and for your own journey and for what you have in store for you, that's what you're there to learn. So comparing yourself to someone else, they're on a different trajectory. Plus maybe they've got other skills through their experiences in life that have helped them develop in ways that are helping them in this particular thing. And don't expect them to be all, it's always always sunshine and rainbows, because it's just not for anyone. So the comparison is the worst thing you can do. So stick with it. It's gonna be kind of not that fun. You're gonna have moments of fun. This is great, and then you'll just keep going. And if you truly enjoy it, because you will, because you'll be like, nah, maybe I'm not doing it for the right reasons, and you stop and you'll feel that calling again. That's kind of how you know it's something you need to be doing, and just grit through it. And I'm here gritting through it with you, with two views on these videos. Watch me continue, and watch it, it'll eventually turn out to what it needs to be if I just stick with it, if I just keep showing up. So you need to do the same. Do it with me. See you later.